Recording and yeah, right. So sharing the screen. So today it is the last part of the mail merge, and yeah, it's happy to say almost everyone has sent me the homeworks, right? So there are one or two who are not. So I'm letting you people to send me the homework by this week, right? So please, so it will assure me like whether you are onto the particular practical or not, right? So it is compulsory, and you may send it as soon as possible. And the people who have sent it, I think I have replied to you like how nice it was, and everyone was done things in a very nice and easy manner, so which is very good, right? So it was perfect in most of the cases. Body my minor mistakes divuna, so that's not a problem, right? So like it's up to the standards, up to the place that I was expecting, right? Okay, so let's start the word. Right, and yeah, let's go on with the new document. So we are going to do the mail merge today. So as I told you, mail merge is something that we use to reduce our workload when we are having like most of the same content to be written with a minor changes, right? So I told you when we are sending a letter, so the content will be the same, only the address is going to be changed. And again, if you are sending an invitation, content will be the same, but the name, maybe the address will be changed. So likewise, and if you are like printing the envelopes uh, to send a mail, so the envelopes is going to have different kinds of addresses, right? So instead of typing all these things in an order, we can use the mail merge facility to do it in a very quicker manner and a very effective manner. And the beauty of this is the detail that we are saving inside a database can be used for further uh, workings as well. Right, දැන් අපි එක සැරයක් අපේ address list එක save කරගත්තම අපිට හැමදාම ලියුමක් යවනවා නම් same address එකට we can use that. We can use that particular address list, right? We don't need to type it again and again. As well as if we need to update something, you can hit on the company ඉස්කෝලම කියලා හිතන්නකො. ඉස්කෝලේ ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ address sticker, we are saving it to a database. If a new admission is there, we can enter that new data to that database. That's the only thing that we have to do, right? We don't need to worry about the previous students and the addressing, because it is already been saved, right? So yeah, so I'm going to start the mail merge. So we are going to choose the mailing tab first, right? Then, so we can choose to which particular thing that we are going to apply this mail merge, right? So for envelopes, whether it's for labels, right? And we can create many more means like it's limited, but there are several categories: letters, email messages, envelopes, labels, directory, right? Kind of things. Or a normal Word document we can work with as we work in, right? So even you can use this step-by-step mail merge wizard, so which we are not going to use today. So other than that, we are taking the letter format by saying that we are going to use a particular letter kind of a template to illustrate our mail merge. right? So once you do it, the next thing is the select the recipients. Now, as you can remember, we create a recipient list last week, right? So we can go to the second option, which is called the use an existing list. Once we click on it, it is saved under the this particular path: users, user documents, and my data source, right? And if you want to refer somewhere else, you can search it or browse it through here, and you can get the particular database where we save the uh, details of the recipients. Now here I have saved it as guest list, so my database is right over here. So I can select it and I can open it, right? So once I select the recipients, this edit recipient list is enabled, and editing the recipient list, it is upon our request, right? We do not need to edit it always, but if we want to add some new entries, we are going to click on the edit recipient list. So if we click on the edit recipient list, it will open the mail merge recipients. But in here, we won't be able to adapt the things. This is just a preview, right? And if we are going to edit it, here at the date under the data source heading, here it says what is the name of my recipient list. So I have to select it, and then I have to press edit button. So then it will open my data source or the recipient list. So if I really need to add a new entry, so I can use this new entry button right over here, right? And if I need to delete some entries, I can delete from here. I can still customize my columns, right? If you need to add the column or delete the column, you can use this customize column. And if you need to find something, you can find it still. So I'm going to add a new entry, right? So it's a miss. Let's say Vasundhara, and the number is 60. 60 is there, and 73 upon 15, let's say. And I'm going to give the address as Piliandala. Right, so my new entry is there, so I can press OK to save that. And it is asking, do you want to update your recipient list and save these changes to guest list MDB? So guest list is something I gave as the name. So I say yes. So it is updated, right? So I can press OK. So that is how we are going to edit a recipient list. And we talk about how to create a new list. We can go from here, type a new list. Once we click on it, the same window comes with the default columns of the table, and we can customize those columns by selecting and taking out the unwanted columns, like one by one over here. We won't be able to delete it in bulk mode, right? So once we done that, we can press OK. Here I'm not going to press OK because I'm not going to create it again. Then you can type your details inside this. So once you type it and save it, you can later use it like I used using an existing list. I can click on it and I can import the one that I want, right? Okay, so if you want, you can edit. So now we are given the ability to write and insert fields right over here, like address block, greeting lines, and inserting merge fields, right? And if I click on this, I have given the facility to insert address block. Now address block means then api letter එකක් නෙලියනවා කිව්වේ. So for a letter we need an address box, right? So address block එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Right? Then අපි මොන විදිහටද මේක address කරන්න කියන එක මෙතනින් තෝරගන්න පුළුවන්. So you can select how your names are going to be, like just the first name or with some abbreviations and all these things. Like we are not going to make it very complex, right? And always now this is given you the preview regarding the address block, right? So if I take out this checkbox right over here, we can get rid of the name. If we get rid of this checkbox, we can get rid of the postal address, right? And once I click on these things, I can add the address block. But when it comes to the address blocks, there are some limitations, right? For us to be given, like which is presented to us, right? මොකද ඒගොල්ලෝ address block එක හදන්නේ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ format එකට. So if it is not okay with us, we can take it out, or we can not we can stay without using that, right? It is not a must for you to use an address block when you are doing the merge, right? You can create your own address block using this insert merge fields thing, right? This is a predefined one, right? So if I say okay, see, it will indicate the address block thing only, right? Later you will see, once we preview the result, this address block is replaced by the things in your recipient list, right? And likewise, we can add a greeting list, right? So we click here and we can define what is the greeting list, like how we are going to address and how the name it should be, right? What are the punctuation marks that we need to use, right? Now this is for the invalid recipient names, like who does not have the things. Now here they represent how the greeting list is going to appear. Now here it says Dear Nimal, right? So the next one, Dear Kamala. So those are the names that we input to our recipient list earlier, right? So likewise, we can make those things according to the data that we have saved, right? So I press OK. So greeting line is there, right? And if I want, I can put the other things as well. Like me merge fields වලින් අපිට ඕන විදිහට ඒක manage කරගන්නත් පුළුවන්, right? So yeah, so then I can type my message which I need to send to everyone, right? Then මම කියවනේ මේක අපිට උමනා වෙන්නේ අපේ document එකේ පොඩි තැන් change වෙලා අනිත් තැන් ඔක්කොම එකම message එක යවන ආකාරයේ documents වලට, right? So I'm going to type this. This is to inform about the ICT day of the school is taking place on 27th of July 2021. Please be kind enough participate with the occasion, or like let's say with us, to witness the technological advancements done by our school, done by our students. Thank you. Yeah, that will be all. Right? So I can format these things. මට පුළුවන් මට ඕන විදිහට මේක format කරගන්න. Like I can increase the font size, right? And I can justify if I want. Right? It doesn't matter. I can visit to the home and make it justify, so it will look nice, right? I can say thank you, right? And if I want, I can insert a header and footer if I want, really, right? So those kind of things can be done normally, right? So then we can visit to the mailing tab again, right? And we can preview the result. So now we are done. Then අපිට උමනාවනේ අපේ address block එක. එතකොට එක එක්කෙනාට address වෙන විදිහට ගන්න ඕනේ greeting line එක. එයා දාලා එක්කෙනාට greet කරලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Right? So now we are going to preview the result. So here I'm previewing. So look very closely what is happening. So now here when මේ lines දෙක මම දැන් highlight කරලා තියෙනවා because we don't have any data for the moment on that particular places, right? So I'm going to preview this, preview result, see what is happened. So Nimal Kottava is there, right? Now we don't have our what you call the number with this address. Then ඒක උනේ අපි address block එක පාවිච්චි කරපු නිසා. අපිට address block එකට number එක insert කරගන්න විදිහක් නැහැ. ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒක දීලා තියෙන්නේ predefined format එකකට. If you want to say like the particular name number 50 Kottava කියලා ඒක එහෙම එන්න හදා ගන්න ඕන නම් we have to use this insert merge field thing, right? So I'll show you how it happens, right? So before that I'll show you how this works. Then මේ තියෙන්නේ එක්කෙනෙකුට යවන්න ඕන එක. So here you can change the recipients. So if I press next record, see what happens. Nimal and Kottava and Dear Nimal thing is going to change. See, Kamala, Homagama, Dear Kamala. Right? And what happens when I press this again? Nihal, Mattegoda, Dear Nihal. Right? So likewise, whoever the people that we saved into our database, the recipient list, will be changed one after the other, right? So now if you really need to change this particular address block, අපිට මෙතන address block එකක් නේ දාලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒක අපිට ඕන විදිහට change කරන්න ඕන නම් so we can stop previewing the result. Again there is address block and all these things. Right, I'm going to take away the address block. ඒව select කරලා delete කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. I press enter. Now in here I'm going to insert the merge fields. So I'm going to say Mr. So that's the title, right? And the first name, and I'll put a comma. Go to the next line. I say I'm inserting num, and in front of it I'm going to indicate number what? Number 50, number 65, something, and a comma. Then in the next line, I'm going to add the city, right? And if I want, I can insert a particular heading, right? Regarding ICT Day, right? I can select, bold it, underline it, and making it center line, right? I use a keyboard shortcut, Control E, to take it center. So, okay. So this is the way now I have made this, right? So let's see what happens. Now we are going to preview the result. See, can you see what happens? Now Miss Vasundhara, because it's a sixth recipient, so it's a number 73 upon 15, comma is there, Piliyandala. Now this Piliyandala and 73 upon 15 and MS dot Vasundhara, everything is taken from our recipient list. So I can preview it from the very beginning, right? So likewise, I can change. Right. Now, people, just give me a confirmation. Are you having this? Did you got this? Is it clear? Right. Okay. All right. So to do a practical from this, I'll send you some practical session to the WhatsApp group. So you may do it and send it to me, right? And wait, we are not still finished with this, right? And once we preview the result, right? And once we are okay with the things, we can finish the merge, right? So once we click finish the merge, it is asking three different options, right? So it says edit individual document, print the documents, send email message. So if I give edit individual documents, right? මේගොල්ලෝ අහනවා කොහොමද මේක ඕනේ කියන්නේ වට හදලා ඕනේ කොහොමද ඔක්කොම රෙකෝඩ්ස් ටික ඕනේද කරන්ට් රෙකෝඩ් එක විතරද ඕනේ වාට එඩිට් කරන්න නැත්නම් like from which record to which record. Now I am having 6 recipients. Now if I give all, I will be receiving all 6 letters as a new document. And if I give current record, this particular thing, what I can see, will be taken as a new document and will give me the facility to change that particular document. And if I say from like 2 to 5, so 2, 3, 4, 5 recipients will be given in a separate document to edit. Right? Here I am taking all and saying okay. Right? Now see what's happening. So this is for Nimal. Now here's the document to Kamala. Here's the letter to Nihal. Here's the letter to Kamani. Here's the letter to Suresh. Here's the letter to Vasundhara. So those are the all 6 documents that I have. Then මට ඕන නම් Mr. නිමල්ට යවන එකේ special note එකක් දාන්න, so I can print whatever I want right over here. It won't affect the other things. And this is a new document, right? Then අපි merge එකට ගත්ත document එක මේ පැත්තේ තියෙනවා. Right? This is the merge that we create. ඒකේ තියෙන්නේ එකයි, එක පිටුවයි. Right? අපි merge, finish and merge කියන එකේදී මේ edit individual documents කිව්වම තමයි we are given a new document with all the letters. Right? See? දැන් නැත්නම් අපිට එකින් එක ඔක copy paste කර කර හදන්න ඕනේ. So we don't need that. Right? And Yeah, I think someone is trying to admit. Let me see. All right. So it is the way that we can do this particular mail merging part. And apart from taking the things into a new document, if we choose the second option, print documents. So I'm going to print it. So if I click on the print, it will ask, okay, what are the ways that you need to print? අර අලුත් document එක හැදුවා වගේම තමයි මේකේ අහනවා මොනවාද print කරන්න ඕනේ. මම all කියලා දුන්නොත් this will send 6 documents to my printer and get them printed. If I say current record, only this particular document will get printed, and again I can define a range. So if I say all and say okay, right? So my printing window is open. So it is asking me to choose a printer. Then I just need to press OK. Then I make OK වුණොත් මගේ printer එක print කරන්න පටන් ගන්නවා. So I'm not clicking the OK button. Right? එතකොට මෙතන change මෙයා මෙතන එක document එකක් තමයි පෙන්නගෙන ඉන්නේ. හැබැයි මෙතන තියෙන 6 දෙනාම එකින් එකට print කරන්න පටන් ගන්නවා. තෙසඳු නෑ තෙසඳු තාම මුකුත් ලියන්න දුන්නේ නැහැ. Right? Okay. And if you are given the detail, like given the option saying send email messages, right? So it is asking me to fill to whom that I'm going to send, what are the subjects, and I can send okay. And to do this, we should have a configured email address with the Microsoft Outlook. ඒක නිසා මෙතන mailing අපි check කරන්න යන්නේ නැතුව මොකද ඒකට mail එක පැත්තේ configurations කරන්න ඕනේ. And here I have a additional facility. මේක ගොඩක් අයට එන්නේ නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. I can merge this to the PDF format, right? So it is an additional thing you don't need to remember, right? Okay, so that is how we are going to see, or like going to done with the mail merge part, right? So I'll remind you what we have done. First, we choose a document from here. Then we either create one or use an existing list. Then we can edit our list using this if we really want to do that. Then we can insert the address block or create in lines or insert merge fields according to our requirement. Can අපි recipient list එක දැම්මයින් පස්සේ තියෙන්නේ අපේ document එක අපිට draft කරගන්න. Then after, whenever the places I want, we can apply the particular wordings or the fields onto that, right? And then we can preview the result and see what whether it is okay with what we are done. And if you want to change anything, you can close the preview by clicking on the same thing. Then preview is active now. You can see this ash color box around the preview result button. So once you click on it, preview is done. So my merging part is showing to you. So මෙතන තියෙන title එක තියෙනවා, first name තියෙනවා, number කියලා dot එකක් වැටිලා number එක අරගන්නවා, then after city එක ගන්නවා, මෙතන greeting line එකක් තියෙනවා. So if you want to change it or do some amendments, you can do it, right? Then again, you can preview it and see whether those things are arranged in a particular manner. Then you can finish the merge. So you can save the individual letters separately in a new document, right? So the document letter එක එයා preview කරනවා, right? Or else you can print document. So using a printer, you can print out the things, right? And other than that, we can use it to send as an email, right? So that is what we call the mail merge, right? Hari, තේරුණාද? Confirm කරන්න. දැන් පරක් වෙලා ආපු අය වීඩියෝ එක පොඩ්ඩක් refer කරන්න, right? Because we were like discussing this for like half an hour, right? Okay. Right. So people, is that clear? Confirm, please. Do you got any questions? Still, you can ask. Yes, everyone. Is it not clear with you? Do you want me to do it again? If so, just tell me as well. Right, okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to try a new thing, right? So let's try it with the labels. Labels එක තව එකක් කරලා බලමු. එතකොට කලින් එක දැකපු නැති අයටත් clear නැති අයටත් තව ටිකක් clear වෙන විදිහට, right? We'll do a one another practical, right? So I'm going to take a new file and I'm start mailing. Go to the mailing tab and start mail merge. I'm taking this time the option called labels, right? And when you take the label options, so it is asking the printer information, continue feed printer, page print, I think it is about the printer settings, right? This is something I have never done before. And yeah, they are talking about how should be the number, right? So let's say half letter. And let's say okay. All right. Yeah, so I think it is something to change the mod, right? Okay. All right, okay. So this is something like this. When we are sending an email, we can have the references from those things, right? So those can be inserted here as well. So nothing very much new, right? So we don't need to like bother about it, right? Yeah, it's going to be the very same thing that we are going to do, right? So never mind. You may like the people who have not experienced this, like parak wela apu aya, just refer the recording, right? So you will be able to see what we have done with the mail merge part, right? So that's the end of your word processing software, right? And yeah, shall we yes, it's better you write down these shortcut keys onto your textbook, right? Now the shortcut keys, these things will be asked in the particular papers, right? So, so like to create a new document, we can press Control N, save Control S, open Control O, select all documents, Control A. Yeah, that will be important for you. So it's better you write it down, right? So yeah, starting from here, like complete the table up to this point, right? So that will be the final note regarding your word processing software. And meanwhile, people just, I need to know how about the school situation now, right? What is the lesson? Like, uh, we are done with the first one, second one, and the sixth one, right? What are the lessons that has done in your school other than these three lessons, right? Let me know if there is any school goes beyond this limit. Let me know what is the particular lesson that they were referring to. Just the lesson number is enough. So it seems no one has gone beyond this limit, neither. Okay. So as the next lesson, let's start the number systems, which is a little mathematical related lesson. Ravindu, we are just done with the mail merge part, uh, and we are start writing this shortcut keys with this particular note from top to bottom. Ravindu, it's better you say those two lines and the table. රවිදු ෂෝට්කට් කීස් කියන හෙඩින් එකේ ඉඳලා අර ලයින්ස් දෙකයි ටේබල් එකයි ලියාගන්න පුතේ. මං highlight කරලා තියෙන්නේ. That's all. ඊට කලින් අම්මකුත් ලිව්වේ නැහැ. Let me know when you are done, people. Right, one is done. How about others? Right, two are done. How about others? Right, okay. Is there anyone still writing? Just let me know. Otherwise, we can move to the next lesson, which is going to be the number system. And people, I'm asking again, is any school has started any other lesson other than these 3 lessons that we have done? ඉස්කෝලේ මේ අපි කරපු පාඩම් තුනට අමතරව තව කරපු කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවද? Okay, so here we are moving to a new fresh lesson, which is the 3rd lesson of your textbook, which is called the number system. Right, so number system lesson is talking about how data is represented in your computer. Then මේ හැමදාම පාවිච්චි කරන data කොහොමද computer එකේ තියෙන්නේ කියලා, right? So put the heading data representation methods in the computer system. That's going to be your new lesson. Right. Are you done with the things? Right. So in the number system now, why we need something like data representation? Excuse me. Right now, if you think about the keyboard, right now, once you type things from the keyboard, this is a very easy one. There is no hard lessons in the ICT. Don't worry, right? Right. So if you think how the keyboard is going to represent the characters, now we can see the characters like A, B, C, D's, 1, 2, 3, 5s, and punctuation marks on our keyboard, right? And is it the same way that the computer understanding these things? Like අපි A අකුර අපි type කරාම computer එකත් A කියලාමද ඒක දැනගන්නේ? No, it's different. Computer can understand, like we say in computing, we say computer can understand only ones and zeros, right? So which is the binary number format, right? So whatever the things that we write or what we interacted with the computer, when it is sent to the processor, that particular instruction converted into the series of ones and zeros. එක බින්දු ගොඩාක් බවට පරිවර්තනය කරනවා. ඒකෙන් තමයි යා එක තේරුම් ගන්නේ මොකක්ද මේ කියලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. Right now, I think you remember how like we saw a video how data is burned onto a DVD when we are doing the last lesson, the second one, right? So, etana ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මතකනේ අර pits and flats තිබුණා නේද? pit එකක් ඒගොල්ලෝ indicate කරගත්තා 0 කියලා. pit එකක් නොවන තැනක් surface එක indicate කරගත්තා 1 කියලා. Right? So, likewise, computer understand the things from ones and zeros. And now we are going to learn how these things, like අපි character එකක් දුන්නම කොහොමද යාව ones and zeros වලට convert කරගන්නේ computer එක, right? So to do that, we are going to learn about some number systems, and later we use those number systems to talk about how data are being represented inside the computer, right? So first, we are going to learn about what are the number systems are. Right, so here it shows you the what happens right over here. So we press a key, it will taken into the processor. So processor will process what it is. Then processor will say, okay, I have received this particular code. So it represents the capital A. So you show it on the screen, right? So that is how it happens. So we always see something that we can understand. But when it goes to the processor converts it and understand it and then reconvert it and send it to the output devices. Processor එක යාට ගැලපෙන විදිහට convert කරගෙන තේරුම් අරගෙන ආයෙත් අපිට ඕන විදිහට කන්වර්ට් කරලා අපිට අවශ්‍ය output device එකට එවන්න. Right? So and this is happening in a very quicker manner, right? ඒකට තමයි අපි processor එක ගැන කතා කරනකොට එයාගේ clock speed එක කියලා එකක් ගැන කතා කරන්නේ. Right? මම කිව්වේ තප්පරයට billions වතාවක් එයාට executions කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. තප්පරයට instruction බිලියනයක්. Right? So to understand this, as I told you, we are talking about some number systems. So number systems, there are 4 types of number systems that we are talking here, and there is a one we already know, which is the decimal number system, right? So decimal number system, apart from the decimal number system, the binary, octal, hexadecimal number systems are going to discuss, right? Now මෙතන මම මේ binary number systems වල characters වලට එන්නම්. Here they say, they show how to represent these ones and zeros to represent the data, right? So මේ disk drive එකේ hard disk එකේ තියෙන data RAM එකට receive වෙන්නේ with the same format, then receive into the processor to be processed as a ones and zeros. But අපිට hard disk එකේ තියෙන එක monitor එකෙන් පේන්නේ ones and zeros විදිහට නෙවෙයි. We can see something that we can understand, right? දැන් ඔයගලන්ගේ ඔය අපි 11 වසරේදී අපි කරනවා the multimedia lesson, which is like where we have to work with the colors and all these things. So colors are indicate by these number systems. දැන් මෙතන මේ hash mark එකක් එක්ක එකක් තියෙනවා පේනව නේද ඔයගලන්ට? මේ අන්තිමටම. මේ picture එකේ round කරපු දැන් අන්තිමට තියෙනවනේ hash 871F78 කියලා. So it is something which is represented using the hexadecimal number system. Hexadecimal කියලා number system එකක් තියෙනවා. එයාව පාවිච්චි කරලා තමයි ඔය පෙන්නලා තියෙන්නේ. Right? So there are binary number systems, there are hexadecimals. So there are different types of number systems. So in this lesson, we are going to learn about decimal, binary, octal, and hexadecimal number systems. Right? Okay, so now these are some simple terms that they are talking about. Each number system is made of unit number and the base, or sometimes we tell it radix, right? So base කියලා තමයි අපි වැඩිපුරම පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ, right? So unit means like it's a single object. For instance, a mango, a rupee, like they say, right? A day that can be considered. Number is a collection of symbols, right? So base is something that this particular number is going to represent, or like which is based on, right? Then ඕක ඔයගලන්ට තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් ලස්සනම විදිහ තමයි මෙන්න මේක, right? මේ තියෙන්නේ මොකද්ද? ඔයගොල්ලෝ පොඩි කාලේ පාවිච්චි කරපු ගණකරාමුනේ abacus එක, right? So in this abacus, now if I filled out the කූරු ටික මම balls දාලා fill කරොත්, you can recognize what is the number that is representing, නේද? So likewise, එතකොට අපි ඒක එහෙම represent වෙන number එක අපි අඳුන ගන්නවනේ එක විදිහකට, නේද? දැන් මෙන්න මේකට උත්තරේ දෙන්නකෝ. Now here I am having an abacus right over here. So I am having 1, I'm having 2 over here, I'm having 4 over here, and I'm having a 1 over here again. So what is the number that represented by this abacus? Yes, people? Give me the answer. Yes, what is the number? Yeah, 1421. Very good. Very good, Tesandra. Very good, Behara. Right, it's a simple thing, right? So we say 1421, which is the representation. So why we say 1421? So there in your abacus, we know the place value of these things. Neither we call this ones, we call this tens, we call this hundreds, and we call this particular position thousands. So 1000 is here, so that equals to 1000, and 400s are here, we call it a 400, and two tens are here, so we can take 20, and one ones are here, so we can take 1. So altogether it will give 1421. Now we are easily saying this because we are talking about the decimal number system, right? Now when it comes to a අපි මෙතනට අරගත්තොත් මං කිව්වොත් මේ abacus එකේ base එක තියෙනද මේ තියෙන්නේ bases, right? Actually these are place values based on the base value of the number system. මොකද 1 means 10 to the power 0, 10 means 10 to the power 1, 100 means 10 to the power 2, 1000 means 10 to the power 3. බල විදිහට ගත්තම, right? දැන් මේක මම binary එක්කෙනෙක්ගේ abacus එකක් කියලා කිව්වොත් our story is going to change, right? Then I told you these are represented by 10 to the power. So this is 10 to the power 0, it is 10 to the power 1, this is 10 to the power 2, and this is 10 to the power 3. That is how the place values are differs. So if it is binary, this is going to be 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, likewise, right? එතකොට අපි මෙතනට දාලා තියෙන මෙතන ෆිල් කරොත් මේ විදිහට balls දාලා, right, it's going to give you a different value. Then make me what just happened, මේක දැන් අපිට මේ විදිහට balls දාන්නත් බෑ, right? මේක දාන්න පුළුවන් මේ විදිහට. So this is going to give you something else, some different value, and it is going to be not in decimal, it's going to be in binary. දැන් අපි 1421 ලියනකොට මේක 10 පාදේ අපි ඒක ලියන්නේ නැහැ. මෙතන වැලියු එක වෙන්නේ 0101. It is from a binary, දෙකේ පාදේ, right? Likewise we can have different kinds of number systems, right? දැන් ඕක මම ඔයගලන්ට කිව්වේ number systems වර්ග කීපයක් තියෙනවා කියන එක ඔළුවට දාගන්න. You don't need to like go through all the abacus and all these things, right? Okay, shall we write down some important points? අපි මේ ඔක්කොම ලියන්න නැහැ. This is very descriptive. So I hope you have taken the main heading. Then we are going to go straight away. We'll come to this part. Yeah, it's better we come to this part, right? So as the subheading, number system, yeah, say number systems, right? Say number system, and under that what are we going to write? Yeah, the very last line. Write the very last line and this particular table. And I'm going to explain the table hereafter, right? So first write it down. Let me know when you are done. Right. Right. So it's going to be like this, people. This is the meaning of this table, right? Now, this table explains what are the characters of a number system, right? Now, they have this nice headings called number system, base value, and number and alphabetic characters use. So I'm going to take the same headings. Number system. The other one is base, right? Yeah, base value. And the final one says number and alphabetic characters. Let me see it. Okay. Number and alphabetic characters used. Okay. So first, let's talk about the thing that we know. So what is the thing that we know? We know about decimal number system. So number system name is decimal. You have to, mute your mic. So the base value is going to be 10. ඒක අපි අර decimal number system එක කියලා කියන්නේ. අපි base value එක 10 පාදයෙන් තමයි කතා කරන්නේ. That is why in the abacus we use ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So all are like 10 to the powers. Now look at this. Then අපි 10 පාදයේ සංඛ්‍යාව like the general numbers that we use. How many different characters that we are using to write any particular number? How many different characters that we are using to write any particular number? Oh, කියන්න බලන්න. number එකක් ලියන්න අපි කොච්චර එකිනෙකට වෙනස් characters පාවිච්චි කරනවද? මේ අපි දන්න number system එකේ නැත්නම් අපි පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳලම පාවිච්චි කරපු number system එකේ. Right? අපි අද පාවිච්චි කරන ඉලක්කම් වල number එකක් ලියන්න ගත්තොත් how many different characters are there? What are the different characters that you can use, that you can see? Yeah, Pehara says 9, Dinelka says 10. Yeah, actually it's going to be 10. Pehara, yeah, Senya, it's going to be 10. And what are those characters? We started from 0, right? Then 1 is there, 2 is there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We are not going to write 10. If we are writing 10, you are repeating 1 and 0 again. So 10 different characters, 0 to 9, are there. So the different amount of characters, right? So the different character amount is equal to the base value. අපිට එකිනෙකට වෙනස් characters ගානක් තියෙනවා base value එකට සමාන වෙනවා. 10ක් තියෙනවා decimal number system එකේ. Right? And look at the connection between these things. In every number system, they start the characters from the 0. If it is the binary, if it is octal, if it is hexadecimal, doesn't matter. It starts from a 0, different characters. And in the decimal number system, it's end with a 9. So 9 means 1 less than 10. So like 1 less than the base value. So having that connection, just tell me how the binary number system should end. From which character binary is going to end? Yeah, it is going to end from 1, right? So after 0, we know there is 1. So binary is going to end from 1. Octal, what should be the ending character? Yeah, it's going to be 7. So if the ending character is 7, in between we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. For hexadecimal, what should be the ending character? What's the value of the ending character according to this connection? I'm asking the value, not the alphabetical character. Yes, Dinelka, very good. Sulakti, very good. It's the 15. It's the 15.
Cannot speak.
What? Run to Amit. I'll come soon. Huh? Very good. So it should be the 15th people. But there is a problem. Now this hexadecimal's base value is 16. So the ending character should be 15. But if we write it on this manner, like saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now if we write 10, it's going to be a problem because 1 and 0 is going to repeat. Now these characters regarding a particular number system should be unique. So if we write 10, 1 and 0 is going to repeat. Because of that, instead of writing 10, we use capital A to represent 10. We use capital B to represent 11, C for 12, D for 13, E for 14, and F for 15. Right? So like any other number system, it starts from a 0, ends from 1 less than the base value. And how many different characters are there in the hexadecimal number system? Yes, how many? 16, yes, 16. That's right. Right? Okay. Now, let's fill up the base values here. Binary got the 2 as the base value. Octal got the 8 as the base value. So now tell me, if the base value is 6, base value is 6 or not, what are the characters inside that number system? Yes. Very good, Dinelka. Very good, Udamya. Very good. Everyone is captured the things, right? So it's going to start from 0. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? So now you know what's the connection between the base value and the number system characters. Right? Well done. Right. Then after, we are going to figure out how to decide a particular number belongs to a particular number system, right? Like we can be given many different numbers, so we have to figure out to which number system or number systems that this particular character is going to belong. So the method is easy. Once you are given the number, you only need to search what are the different characters are used inside that number. Number එක දුන්නම ඒකේ එකිනෙකට වෙනස් characters ටික හොයාගන්න. Then you'll search, does any particular number system have all those different characters? එහෙම තියෙනවා නම් we can say, okay, this particular number belongs to this particular number system. right? So as an example, if I ask the question, what is are the number system or systems that belongs, sorry, that 101 belongs to. Yeah. Now the number is 101. What are the number systems that this number can be belongs to? Oh, කාටද අයිති වෙන්න පුළුවන්? Like let's take it one by one. Can this be a binary number? 101. So what are we going to do is we are going to search what are the unique characters or the different characters in the number. Then we are going to search whether those different characters, all those different characters are in the number system. So how many different characters are there? What are the different characters in this number? There are two different characters. Yes, Dinelka, what are the different characters? 1 and the 0. Yes. Now, where you can find 1 and the zeros, in which number system that you can find 1 and the 0? Can you find it in the binary number system? Yes. Can you find it in the octal number system? Yes. Can you find it on the decimal number system?
Yes.
Still yes. Can you find it in the hexadecimal number system?
Yes.
Still yes. So the number 101 can be belongs to the binary, the octal, the decimal, the hexadecimal, right? Because 1 and 0 is there in all the number systems. Okay. So it's better you write this question and write the answer in this particular way. And you better write it, the justification right over here. Because the characters 1 and 0 can be found in all in binary, octal, decimal, and hexadecimal number systems. Okay, try the example. And I'm going to put some questions at the below, so you have to find what are the number systems. Right, make a justification එක ලියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. මේ මම මෙතන පෙන්නපු විදිහට number systems ටික පෙන්වන්න විතරයි ඔයගලන්ට ඕනේ. Right? So here's the question. After writing the example, you can go for this. Find the number system systems below values are belongs to Roman number 1, Okay. Send me the answers. Yes, Udamya, you have to. Then answer the questions. Copy the screen, then answer the questions. Right, Ravindu, send me the answers. හලවෙනි එක දැම්මා බේස් වැලියු ටික type කරා එව්වා. Right. Dinelka, yes. First one is correct. Second one is correct. Okay. Third one, yes, it is correct. Fourth one, yes, correct. Fifth one, yes, it is correct. Well done. Tesandu, yes. Those are correct. Ravindu, first one is correct. Second one is correct. Osanda, first one is correct. Okay, the people who have sent me the answers can disconnect. Right? Thank you very much and have a nice weekend, people. We are going to continue the lesson by next week. Right? And others, you have to send me the answers and disconnect. Ravindu, yes, third one is correct. Osanda, second one is correct. Okay, Osanda, third one, third one is correct.
This is very.
Fourth one is also correct. Ravindu, fourth one is correct.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Puta, thank you. Ravindu, yes, sixth one is correct. Fifth one is correct.
Thank you, sir.
Osanda, fifth one is correct. Okay, right, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Pehara, yes. Okay, Puta. Pehara, yes, your answers are correct, Dua. Well done. You can disconnect. Others, you have to send me the answers and disconnect. Sulakdi. Third one is not correct, Dua. In third one, binary cannot be there, Dua. Others are correct. Mark the mistake, Dua. Others are correct. Right, how about others? Yeah, that's the one, Sulakdi. Okay. Udamya, how about you?
Going on. Oh, very good one.
Yes, do type කළා ඔක්කොම ටික නේද? කමන්නේ පුතේ. Number එක විතරක් කිව්වනම් ඇති. Right, yes, first one is correct, second is correct, third is correct, fourth is correct, and the fifth is correct. Well done, Dua. Disconnect with that. Right, okay. Thank you very much, Dua.